Hey guys, it is me, Countess, back with another installment of poetry from the talent contest chapter in the memoirs Billy Shares by Mr. Tom U. Harriet. Today, guys, we're going to focus on the now. We're going to read the poem called Living in the Now. So let's begin, shall we? Living in the now frees us from our sorrows. Living in the now is the only thing that lasts. Living in the now is not about tomorrow. Let's live here in the now and forget our past. I used to mourn forgotten days of Bill and all his friends. I used to miss my relatives and all the things we'd been. I used to codify old scenes and work them into songs until I knew that I am now, today, where I belong. I used to sing of Paul's demise as secretly my own. Although he died, it's I who cried. I wanted to go home. My life, not his, was cut from earth, was halted in its prime. I mourned my past until I saw I'm out of sync with time. Living in the now frees us from our sorrows. Living in the now is the only thing that lasts. Living in the now is not about tomorrow. Let's live here in the now and forget our past. Some people live entire lives in the future or the past, holding on to memories and trying to make them last, fretting about what might become or about what might have been, forgetting that all life is now. There is no life in then. Resenting back or fearing forth, both block light of day. Both stop all valid living. Now I've learned a better way. The man I am today's what counts. Don't worry about my past. Whatever I have been before, I am myself at last. Living in the now frees us from our sorrows. Living in the now is the only thing that lasts. Living in the now is not about tomorrow. Let's live here in the now and forget our past. I could tell you stories of pain and ritual, what it's like to be abused, to fracture my whole soul. I could let my stories keep the pain alive today, but that just lets abusers win. Today's another day. Living in the now frees us from our sorrows. Living in the now is the only thing that lasts. Living in the now is not about tomorrow. Let's live here in the now and forget our past. Yes, that is Living in the Now. If you look, this poem starts on page 643. We reduce that numerology, we get the number 13. Again, 13 signifying death, transformation, deaths of something new can come forth. It's transformation into yourself, right? He sees that there's no point in, dwelling on who you once were. What matters is if what you're doing now, there's a quote from actually a Madonna song that I think that this makes me think about. It's from a song called Future Lovers, and she says something like, put away your past, stuff will never last if you're holding on to a dream that's gone. And I think about that a lot, because a lot of people do. They spend their entire lives just living in this dream that they created for themselves. You know, it's the dream versus reality, right? And that's sometimes a hard pill to take. Definitely is. You imagine your life to be one way, but in reality, it's the total opposite. So you have to kind of let those expectations go. You have to, kind of give yourself credit. Don't beat yourself up for not being the same person that you were even a year ago. That's the point of life, is to change, is to grow, is to accept yourself wholly. And, if other people don't want to accept you for you wholly, then fuck them. Excuse my language, but that's true. So what? You'll eventually find your tribe. I mean, look at all of us. I think all of us are examples of that, right? We totally have a different perspective of reality and life, right? And we've found each other through just interactions, through research, through lots of different means, right? And that is who we are right now. We're trying to find the truth. I think everybody in life goes on a sort of journey for the truth in some shape or form, whatever that truth is that they're looking for. It's always something that is in the future, it seems like. So this is just a reminder to quit, jumping the gun. Don't be in such a hurry to make it to the finish line. You're going to want to enjoy the journey, because once you get to the finish line, the race is over, right? So it's about it's not about the destination, it's about the journey to said destination. So the whisper messages on page 643, on the left, there is a quote from Michael Landon. Says, whatever you want to do, do it now. There are only so many tomorrows. Very, very true. And then the whisper message on the right says, we're here and now, not there and then. Space and time outside of here is yet another layer of illusion. Time is a human construct, guys. Then on page 644, the next page, there's a quote from Mr. George Harrison. Says, it's being here now that's important. There's no past and no future. Time is a very misleading thing. All there is ever is the now. Then the last one is from Walt Whitman, and it says, there will never be any more perfection than there is now. So, I don't know, this whole poem just really does drive home the point that, and this is just like a sort of weird thing to like wrap your head around. If time is a human construct, then what does that mean for what does that mean? Like, where does that put the past? Where does that put the future if they don't exist and all that exists is now? I don't know. I'm kind of talking and I don't know what I'm talking about right now. I'm trying to be too philosophical, and it's too early in the morning for that. So I've only had one cup of tea this morning, so I'm not there yet. Anyways, this whole concept of time reminds me of sort of the Luciferian philosophy, if you will, right? It's always about living in the now. Live in the now, guys. Come on. There is no tomorrow. There was no yesterday. All there is today. So eat, drink, and be merry, because, tomorrow may never come. So it's kind of like the whole carpe diem situation. Do whatever the hell you want to do. Do whatever feels good, because you may not be here tomorrow. What matters is what you do here and now. Screw the consequences, right? I mean, that's basically what that mentality screams to me, is just, rid yourself of any sort of responsibility from your actions of the past, and don't worry about the consequences of your actions of today, because it doesn't matter. All that matters is what's here in front of you. And I just think that is a very rigid way of thinking. I don't know. What do you guys think? I just tend to think that that's very limited, because in order to grow as a person, in order to enjoy life, you have to take into consideration the past. You don't want to get screwed over by somebody taking your money, and then in the future allow it to happen again because you're not remembering what happened in the past. Does that make sense? Like, I just don't, I understand the general concept of appreciating the moment. Being here and being active in the moment is very important, because it's the only sort of moment you'll get at this exact time in your life, at this exact age, whatever, right? But all of life is the meshing of the past and the future to make the present. There's that synthesis, right? The idea of opposites. The past and the future make the present. So I don't think that all that matters is right now. In my own opinion, everything matters. It's all relative to who we are right now. The past and the future make us who we are today. The future, because the future holds goals, plans, aspirations for us to work towards in the now, right? And we base our actions off of lessons we've learned in the past. So that is my take on all of this. Live in the now. Eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow you'll die. I mean, yes, tomorrow is not promised for anybody. So you do have to appreciate what's going on right now. Appreciate your friends and family for who they are in your life right now. But also know that your actions not only affect you, but they affect your friends and family as well. Your actions can affect your friends and families, past or future, as well. So it's not all just about you. It's not all about that Luciferian idea of serving yourself. It is embracing everything and everyone in life, and not staying tunnel vision on one particular frame of mind or path. I don't know. Okay, I just got a little bit too deep down that rabbit hole. I hope it all made sense. It's a little early in the morning right now, but yeah, that is Living in the Now, guys, from the memoirs. Let me know what you think about the concept of time. Like, do you agree with this poem, or do you sort of do you see where I'm coming from? Like, I'm not all about living in the now. I live all over the place, right? And I'm just kind of curious about you guys. Like, how do you feel about that whole subject of that, you know, the past and the future don't matter. Only now matters. What do you think about that, in your own opinion? I would really like to know. So leave me a comment. Don't forget to hit like, comment, or even subscribe. It helps get my videos out to more people, and I'm very, very grateful, very, very humbled for all of you who are newly subscribed to me. I hope you enjoy my content, and yeah, that's all I have for now, guys. So I do have a couple of videos in the works. I'm still trying to compile research for a couple of them, but I will have some new videos coming up. And then too, with the holiday season, I get a nice little chunk off of work, so I'll have a little bit more extra time to sit down and record more. Well, I'll try to at least. But anyways, guys, that's all I got. So leave me your comments in the comments below. And otherwise, I will see you in my next video. I hope you all have a wonderful day full of blessings and love. As always, I will see you guys later. Bye.
But though they may be parted, there is still a chance, Bill, that they will see.